Hey guys, what's going on? It is time to share my second paycheck for September. If you're new to my channel, I have recently started using the paycheck to paycheck budgeting system. So since I get paid twice a month, on the 7th and then on the 22nd, I will be sharing everything that I receive, what I spend, and what I will have left over to go towards my debt from my second paycheck, which will cover everything from now until the 7th of October. Let's check it out. First things first, let's go ahead and recap last paycheck's budget, letting you know how much I actually received, how much I actually spend, what I have left over, all the juicy details. My expected income for this past paycheck was $813.78, so that was $724.78 plus the $89 in cash tips. However, because of the wildfires on the West Coast, I decided to hang on to that cash instead of depositing it into my bank account, which means that when I had finally decided to deposit it into my bank account, I had actually received more tips, which means that I had more of a total to go towards that paycheck, which is great news. So instead of the $89 in cash tips, I ended up receiving $118 in cash tips. So I deposited that into my bank account for a total of $842.78. Moving on to the expenses. So garbage, I had $0. It's an every other month expense, right? So next month is when I will be charged garbage. This month is a awesome $0. Wi-Fi was $59. Again, I will be getting reimbursement from my roommates, but until that happens, it has come out of my account $59. Gas, I actually spent no money on gas. I don't even know when I'm gonna need to get gas again. Probably not this paycheck, but the paycheck after that is when I will need to get gas. And then I am one of those many people who has been looking forward to the Mulan live action remake movie. So of course, as soon as it came out, I did have to get it, and that was $29.99. Yes. And before any of you ask if you're wondering why I'm not including the $6.99 for the Disney Plus subscription on top of that, it's because I actually had gotten it in anticipation for this in August, which is a month that we are not talking about. And then, of course, as I mentioned in my last video, I am planning on investing every single month, just a small $100 every single month, no big deal. I decided to put it into an ETF. Super simple, found one that works great, had my dad review it, of course, because he's the financial guru, we all know this. So I found one, I have invested in it, and I'm excited to do the same next month. YouTube, again, I did spend the $15 that I had allocated for Epidemic Sound. That is a recurring payment every single month. And then donation was $20 exactly as expected. And now, my last category was eating out. I spent $96.22 on eating out. I'm not even mad at myself about this. As far as I'm concerned, I'm making progress, okay? Which means that in total, all of my expenses combined equaled out to be $343.82. So with my actual income minus my actual expenses, I had left over a total of $498.96 to go towards my debt. However, because it's so close to 500 and because I never actually zeroed out my account when I moved into the paycheck to paycheck system, I have enough money to be able to round up to 500. So for this paycheck, I have decided to put $500 towards my debt. So that is perfect. You may or may not be able to tell. So I got off work at 7 a.m. this morning. I did an overnight. And yesterday, I worked 2 shifts yesterday. Intentionally, this was an intentional decision. We all know how many hours I am trying to work every single week. And sometimes you just gotta work 2 shifts in one day. It's just kind of what's gotta happen. So I worked 2 shifts yesterday, got off work at 7 a.m. this morning. I have yet to go to sleep, and you may be able to tell Now that we've gotten the recap out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about this paycheck. Now this paycheck, as I mentioned before, is covering the 22nd of September into the 7th of October. So it'll be covering the bigger expenses, the beginning of the month expenses that the other paycheck does not cover. Let's start with how much money I'm expected to get. Now I actually already know exactly how much money I will be receiving with my first job, which is me working 32 hours during that pay period. That paycheck will be $731.11. Now my second job, which is 16 hours every single week during that pay period, means that I will receive for that paycheck $330.40, which means that my total for this pay period will equal out to be $1,060. I'm sorry, can I talk? Can I actually speak English right now? Because I don't know. $1,061.51, which is good. It's, oh my god, I'm downplaying this. This is a great paycheck. Now, am I working myself to the grave? Potentially. And you know what's also really interesting is that pay period, I'm not working as much as I am this week and the weeks to come. So 32 hours plus 16 hours is 48 hours, right? Math. But what I'm planning on doing and what I've started doing for this week and the weeks to come is 16 hours for that one job, so 2 shifts, and then 40 hours for the other, for a total of 56 hours. Let's move on to my projected expenses for this specific paycheck. We've got rent at the beginning of October, which is $424. We've got water, which I already know how much it's going to be. My half is going to be $28.13. For groceries, we've got 2 weeks to cover with this paycheck, which means $50 a week for 2 weeks is going to be $100. Renter's insurance at the beginning of October is going to be $8.33, which means that my total projected expenses will be $625.46. So that means that what I will have left over is $436.05. So that means that I will be putting $436 from this paycheck towards my debt, which means that $436 from this paycheck plus the $500 from the last paycheck means that I will be putting $936 towards my debt this month, which is, it's solid. I am very happy with that. Well, not very happy with it. I am somewhat satisfied with that amount of money. You may or may not have noticed that I didn't upload a video last week. Truthfully, I filmed an entire video about how to prepare for natural disasters because the entire West Coast went up in flames. Work was crazy with the amount of fire evacuees that we had from Oregon alone. The smog was so intense, and apparently people could see the effects all the way on the East Coast, which is really crazy. So I filmed an entire video about that and how to prepare, what I was doing to prepare, because I was under the impression that I would have to evacuate at some point. And as you probably are aware of, I didn't put that video out. The information is still really relevant even though this particular natural disaster is behind us for now. However, I have been struggling with finding a good balance between work, sleep, YouTube, and watching TV. Now, I know my priorities, so I am prepared to do whatever I need to do in order to keep this momentum going, in order to, keep making content on YouTube and to keep it consistent. But I thought it would be a good idea to get all y'all's opinions on my content, because I haven't done that yet. And I think that that's really important. So with that, go ahead and comment down below which content of mine do you like the most. Is it my own personal journey? Is it analyzing / reviewing budget systems? Is it research heavy money management basics? Which videos do you enjoy the most, and what would you like to see more of on this channel? More of what I've been doing, or something that you haven't seen yet that you are interested in learning about or hearing what I have to say about? Comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, then go ahead and hit that like button and comment down below how much you're planning on saving from your next paycheck. I make videos on budgeting, my personal debt-free journey, and everything personal finance. So make sure to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell if you want to see more content like that. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I will see you on Wednesday with another video. Bye!